Hi, Dr. Siegel. I'm here to explain how gaming assesses student performance. And I can tell you, it is crazy ridiculous. Anyway, I had a little bit of fun playing in RuneScape, not too much. I know that the assessment is very difficult, and I read in Aldrich's book, and I really hadn't thought about this before, but when I was playing video games way back in the day, I remember playing things like Galaxian and Pac-Man and, classic arcade games such as that. And something that Aldrich said kind of got me to thinking. I never even thought about it. But reading his chapter on assessment, those old-time video games, old-timers video games, use scoring to assess their players. And I do remember going to places like Chuck E. Cheese, for example, or some of the other arcades that were out there, like in the malls. They were huge, big time in the malls. And you would go there and you would, put your quarter in, and you would basically play as much as you could, trying to always get to that top score. And then you would put your little initials up there, and you would keep trying quarter after quarter after quarter after quarter, trying to beat that top score. And you knew it was almost impossible. It was probably rigged or something. But the video games that are current, that I don't play too much, but my son does, and I'm going to show you in a minute, the power, I think, of a video game, and especially how they are able to assess a student's learning capabilities. But now they don't use that at all. They just simply try to get to the next level, and then you beat that level, and you try to get to the next level, and so on and so forth. And I think that's really what motivates the students to just continue to keep playing the game until it's completed, which would, of course, be a success. So far more than just simply providing quizzes or a test on a flat piece of paper and having them go through the memorization of facts. I mean, a video game can really do a lot to assess student performance. So I know that many educators and many administrators would be really against the using of video games in the classroom, and they're so very misunderstood, and I think it emanates from this critical question again: how can you prove it? How do you prove that a student actually got something from the video game, and not necessarily just use it for entertainment purposes, or for their own enjoyment? And I think that's something that Aldrich really explained well in his chapter and throughout his book, really taking a look at simulations, and then trying to figure out what was the best possible scenario simulation to place in front of a student. So I know that, for example, if I were to use Civilizations, the video game, for history classes, that could do far more for a student's learning about civilizations, rather than just going through it in a lecture or some kind of reading assignment with some kind of worksheet attached to it. And even if there is no A, B, C, D, or E, it just really is about the involvement in the game, the understanding, the having the power to really control the aspects of the game, and really just having fun. I mean, that's part of it. It's about an increase in motivation, and having students to really get a kick out of it, particularly with history. I mean, a lot of students, I've been told, always they're raising their hands and asking me, well, how's this relevant? When am I going to use this ever again? And why do I have to learn people's lives, these people that are long dead, and these events that are so long ago and has no connection to me whatsoever? But when you can actually place in front of them a simulation such as maybe Civilizations or the Age of Empires or something like that, and you can actually put them in that world, you can actually make them relive history. I mean, that's a powerful tool, far more powerful than just simply giving a student an A, B, C, or whatever other grade that they are able to get. But I think in the end, if you give them a test and after having played the video game, that they will have more of an in-depth understanding of whatever particular topic that you were covering during the lesson. But anyways, I think the older that you are, the harder it gets to play some of these games. So I'm going to show you, my 10-year-old son, who really knows next to nothing about history or World War II and the impact of what a video game does for students' knowledge. Stay tuned. Hey dude, what's going on?
Nothing.
What's your name?
Mateo.
What game are you about to play?
Medal of Honor.
And what grade are you in?
4th.
And have you studied a lot of history?
Yeah. Well, no.
A little bit of history?
Yes.
Have you gone over World War II in your history classes?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you like maybe 3 questions, okay?
Okay.
And see what do you know. What was World War II about? Who were the good guys in World War II?
America, Russia, Europe.
Who were the bad guys?
Nazis.
Who were the Nazis?
Germans.
Who was their leader?
Hitler.
Was he a good guy or a bad guy?
Bad guy.
How do you know?
Because he was killing Jews.
How do you get that information?
Someone told me at school.
And what have you learned from the video game about World War II?
I've learned that, there's been, people have, attacked cities and stuff with their airplanes.
Do you like playing Medal of Honor?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's fun.
Oh yeah. Would you rather learn about World War II by reading a textbook or something, or just playing the video game?
Playing the video game.
Why?
Because it's more fun.
Oh yeah. What can you do in Medal of Honor?
You can shoot bad guys, and then after you finish a level, it teaches you a little bit about what's gonna go on.
Cool. Let me see you play.
Okay.
Additional intelligence confirms that this new plane has already gone into production at the Goza facility outside the city of Duisburg, 100 miles inside the German border.
We've got good reason to believe Nijmegen Bridge is rigged before. The Sega showed us the choice to cross the line. But you hadn't decided just how to make it inside the new line.
What are you doing now?
Killing Germans,
Why?
so I can complete my objective.
What's your objective?
Defuse charges under bridge.
Cool.